Let me know if this sounds familiar. Around any woman you care about, your mother or the mother replacement, your girlfriend, you turn into a 5-year-old boy. I used to be really shy, debilitatingly shy when I was younger, but I always hated what I was left with afterwards when I know I should have spoken up, when I got walked all over, and when I kept my mouth shut. Most notably, what really frustrated me was the moments with ex-girlfriends where they put me on the spot, where I felt like a 5-year-old child, when they were emotionally blackmailing me and manipulating me. And as is typically often the case for a guy that cares for his woman, he doesn't know what to say. You either do what she says, you say yes to her demands, or you feel terrible. Your mental hard drive gets rebooted. And you don't know how to respond to the Jekyll and Hyde of a sweet girl that you loved all of a sudden turning into a monster, and you have no idea why. Your brain can't make sense of it, and all you can do is freeze. I hated that afterwards. You know that moment afterwards when you're on your own, you've got time to think about it. You start getting annoyed because you start seeing the unfairness of being treated a certain way that you didn't deserve. The turning point for me came where I noticed that for people in my life that I loved and cared about, I would stand up for them, almost like using them as a doppelganger in place of me. And so if they would say something bad about somebody in my life that I cared about, like family or friends, I would stand up and defend them and say, hang on a minute. So basically, my reflex was to immediately put her in her place in terms of respect them. But I noticed I didn't do that with anything personal relating to myself. So they could walk all over me and disrespect me. They could even disrespect my hobbies and passions that I dearly loved. Anything personally to do with me, I stayed quiet and I acted like a 5-year-old boy being shamed by an overdominant mother. And it was always romantically with women. When you really care for a woman, you don't utter a peep, a noise that would suggest anything negative towards her. Yes, I know it's a Freudian reflex, but still, when you're consciously aware of it and you see how unjust and wrong it is, and you see that's where your source of stress comes from when you're romantically involved with women, you can start to turn it around. How did I start to turn it around? When I started to realize that I stood up for the people outside of me that I cared about, but never for inside the person, me, I started to include myself in all the people I cared about. Think about that. Why don't you stand up for yourself? It's because you don't include yourself with all the people you care about. And why do you care about them more than you? Why don't you include yourself as one of the people you love and care about? If you would fight someone righteously and without fear in defending your family or friends, why would you let the person supposedly that loves you, your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, why would you let her treat you like a piece of toilet paper? I started to realize that I don't let them walk all over family and friends I care about, but I do let her walk all over me. It's because by my actions, I care about them. I don't care about myself. No matter how much I say in private I do and I need to and it's the right thing to do, my actions show that I don't. And that was the shameful, or more accurately, the guilty feeling I felt. Feeling bad because I'd let myself down. I don't let my family and friends down, but with me, no. I don't need anything. I'm a guy. I can get walked all over. I can take it all. But the liberation comes and the righteousness comes with caring about yourself by placing yourself amongst the family and friends that you would fight for. Place yourself amongst them. So when she disrespects you, she's disrespecting your family and friends too. You're part of that picture. If it's a photo with all of you in it, your family and friends, you're in it, she's pointing there and putting you down along with your family and friends. If you can't stand up for yourself, try and train yourself to think that you are part of a group of people you care about, because you are. Put another way, if you still find it hard framing it in that context, if you really can't think of yourself, think of them insulting and putting down your parents' son. Start standing up for yourself like a member of the people you care about. That's when I started to turn it around for myself. Because just the glib term, oh, love yourself, respect yourself, it's fairly benign. It doesn't really connect. For someone who's a people pleaser, needs other people's validation, a super nice guy, doesn't want to cause any waves. Try placing yourself, really believe, and place yourself in the picture, in the space of the family and friends that you care so much about. You're part of them. So when someone points to you and puts you down unfairly and treats you like crap, a girlfriend, she's pointing to your family and friends too and saying they're crap. I hope that may help some of you guys. It was a big turning point in my life where I got frustrated that I could stand up for the people and things outside of me that I dearly cared about. But when she was pointing the finger directly at me, the source of who I am, the person of who I am, it was just like a 5-year-old boy ashamed and cowering in front of a Freudian female. So let me know in the comment section, guys, when you look at when you're shamed, when you freeze and feel awful in the moment and you can't speak up for yourself, have a look at when you do and contrast it with yourself where you absolutely can't. It's very, very telling. Anyway, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Support the channel. Thank you to all you guys who have this month. You are the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.